Hello everybody, another video for you tonight. Hope we all had a blessed Sunday. Spending time with the Lord, right? This one comes from Proverbs chapter 13 verse 24. It says, "Whoever spares the rod hates their children, but the one who loves their children is careful to discipline them." And what is that saying right there? It's saying that we got to be careful in the way we raise our children, for we can instill our very behaviors, our resentments, our attitudes, our fears, and our immaturities onto them. We got to be careful in all things. Because if you do nothing but act with fear around your kids, if you do nothing but act with anger, if you do nothing but act with resentments, or if you're just abusive, drinking all the time, kids remember all of that stuff growing up. And they come to associate that with your parenting style. I'm just saying. We need to all take a step back and realize and think about, how are we damaging our children today in the way that we raise them? Have you put them in environments where they feel like they're in fear, environments where they feel unsafe, environments where they live in with people that don't have their best interests at heart and antagonize them all the time and try to treat them as if they do everything wrong? You gotta remember, kids will remember all of that. That trauma sets in their soul. And then if you have them in households where there's always stuff happening, like broken relationships, strife back and forth and whatnot, they remember all that too. Because then they come to associate that with their parent and the way they handle things. And your child can have an unforgiving nature towards their mother or father, said not, that put them in that situation. We always got to be careful in how we handle our kids and what we teach them, for our fears, our doubts, our worries, our abusive tendencies, our habits, and the way we handle things and the way we handle them leave a deep, deep impact on their souls. And now on the same hand right there, do not be afraid and do not be afraid of giving them discipline. Now that's not the same as saying you can go hog wild and beat them into submission and always make them feel less than and talk to them as such. No, being diligent and careful to discipline, meaning it should be a case-by-case basis. Meaning if your kid, like I seen a beautiful video on it the other day, like if your kid is having trouble with respect and showing others respect, how they want to be treated. I seen a video where this dad got down with his kid military style and was having him do push-ups and bodybuilder training, saying, "I will not be disrespectful to anyone." And he kept going until that kid got it ingrained in his mind. Now that's how a father should discipline his kid. It didn't need any excessive violence. Didn't need any harsh words. It was simply a lesson. and truth. Yeah, like it says, do not spare your kid the rod. For in doing so, out of your fear, not being willing to punish them, are you not also condemning them and yourself by not showing them down the right path? And I'm gonna be the first to tell you, my growing up was not always a clear-cut road. It was pretty rocky. There were some ways that I was taught, some ways that I witnessed around me that could have been done better than they were, and some ways that I did that could have been done better than they were. Lord only knows. I will trust it all to Him, and Lord only knows how I will handle when I have children. But be careful and diligent in how you discipline them and how you treat and carry yourself around them. Always show love and compassion before anything, but out of that love and compassion, be willing to give them the adjustment that they need. Should they go astray. And just know that over abuse and words to make them feel like less than are not always the option. For in doing so, they cause much deeper wounds than you can imagine. Anyways, just remember, kids learn behaviors and they hold things onto them. And as they grow, it truly does mess them up. But isn't our God great? Isn't He wonderful? For He was even able to take someone like me and strip away all that ailed me, all that held me, all that emotionally distraughted me, and make me anew. Holy is His name. God is good. And when He did so, not only did I see the wrongs and the paths of others that led me to where I'm at, but it also made me realize and reflect upon myself too, and that's a wonderful thing. And how I could have handled things better. Not just everyone else around me, but also me. For the Lord is the greatest discipliner of us all, isn't He not? Anyways, have a great night, everybody. God bless y'all. Remember, above all, keep seeking His ways, not your own. I love you.